What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic Friday night. Now, it is not Fan Friday because I couldn't get that stuff out to you channel members this week, but we are going to do a little live video here this weekend, hopefully taking your questions. I got a lot of things I had planned, but it's Chelsea's birthday, so doing my best to give her that time. But I'm going to try to get the cap video out tomorrow. I know you sickos are waiting for that. And then, of course, draft season. We're trying to get that started this Sunday. So I'm going to do my best to put that together, try to find some time in there this weekend to get it together. But look, I appreciate you all taking the time here this Friday night. I want to talk about the latest edition here. We'll recap what's going on, take a look at the cap space. Again, I will break down the cap and all of the new cap hits and everything hopefully tomorrow. So appreciate you taking the time here tonight. Anything on your mind, would love to hear from you. What a week it has been. Hopefully you guys had a great week. It's been a long one for me. I'm ready to relax the next couple of days, but we're always down to talk some birds in these parts. So love to hear from you. Anything on your mind, whether you're watching this live, watching this later, you got any questions? We just did the recap, the 2-week recap where we talked about all the moves made, the people we lost, who's replacing them, all that great stuff. So you can go check that bad boy out. But I'll show you the newest edition and recap just like we do every single video, just so you can stay up to date with the Eagles in free agency here. So let's get it started with talking about the latest edition. And, well, he's a former Eagle. So Matt Pryor, if you guys remember, the former 6th-round pick by the Eagles back in 2018 out of TCU. Look, Matt Pryor actually used to follow me on Twitter before some shitbirds got that account ruined. But Matt is a good dude, man. I've always enjoyed his game. Happy to see him flourishing. You know, he got to start in 2020, got a chance to start in 10 games for the Eagles. That allowed him to get a job with the Colts there, Frank Reich. He started 5 games there. Then he went on to start 9 games the next year, went to the 49ers, did not start at all in 23, and then last year went to the Bears and started 15 games out of the 17 he played. As you can see there, 1,005 offensive snaps, gave up 7 sacks, 0 hits, 24 pressures, 7 penalties. So had some issues, but overall he actually had a pretty good year. You can see you take it with a grain of salt, but the PFF grades there, 69.9. His pass block grade was 78.1. Run block grade, 65.9. So look, this is another piece where you talk about providing, you know, depth to this team, but now you give yourself not only depth, just like we talked about with Kenyon Green. This is a guy that maybe he pushes for that starting job. So it's not just Tyler Steen's job. He's got to beat out Kenyon Green. He's got to beat out Matt Pryor now. He's got to beat out Trevor Keegan. So there is competition at that position, and that's what you love to see. And don't think that the Eagles won't be looking in the draft at offensive linemen. So I promise you, this is far from over, this roster, but, you know, this is another good signing. And again, you know, somebody with starting experience, just started 15 games last year, played well on a shitty team. So, look, man, I think it's a great move. Happy to have Matt back. And, you know, the Eagles just keep on adding. You're hearing, you know, all the negativity, but it's starting to dwindle down because people are, once again, like every year, you know, shown to look like morons, and it's just complain about everything. And you can see, you know, they've added a bunch on defense and special teams on the left there. And then on the offensive side of the ball, you can see a few offensive linemen, a couple of tight ends, a running back, quarterback. So they are adding the pieces where they need to. And look, I understand a lot of people losing their minds about, you know, all the players that have been lost. But we talked about how the Eagles already have pretty much all of their replacements. And, you know, some of it's hope. And you got to just pretty much pray to the football gods that these guys develop. And, you know, that's just part of the game. But the Eagles are confident in what they have been doing as of late, who they've been adding, you know, to be the future here. And there are guys that, you know, we just didn't re-sign. And I, again, don't think that any of these players are really that important. Like, you don't have to bring them back. I see a lot of posts every single day about how, you know, we're screwed because of Rick Lovato or Bradbury or Britton Covey. And I just couldn't disagree with that more. I don't get it. But hey, regardless. But, you know, we brought Bond back. That's the number one thing we needed to do this offseason. You got Van Sumeren. You extended Barkley. You extended Lane. You got a bunch of reserve future guys. So we've gone over this every day, but I just want to recap it with you to show you all the things Howie has done. And remember, within those trades and with the compensatory picks, you can see our pick count right now is at 26 picks in the next 3 seasons. So, yeah, man, I'm feeling pretty confident, that this team has the ammo to continue to get better this year. And, the draft is one way to do it, but you can also add more free agents. You want to trade for somebody, you want to sign somebody, you have $22,275,166. And as I've mentioned, Patrick Johnson, Avery Williams, their cap hits are unknown. Same goes for Matt Pryor. But these guys, they're going to cost around $1 million, and you're just replacing them on the top 51 there. So you're really looking at maybe taking a little bit off of that number I just showed you. You're going to have it around $22 million. You're going to hear people tell you need $10 million for draft picks. That's incorrect. You need about $2, maybe $3 million. So we've got a lot of cap space here. And, you don't have to use it all. You can roll that money over next year, what you don't spend. But throughout the season, you want to have some wiggle room there. You want to have some money, but you've got plenty right now. You want to sign Justin Simmons. You want to trade for whoever. You want to do whatever you want. That's what I'm trying to get across here is that this team, they're just fine. And I'll show you the updated depth chart here in a second, but I promise you, they're going to be repeating me soon enough. Let them keep hating. I've really enjoyed it. I'm on cloud 9 right now, man. The Eagles won the Super Bowl. Nobody's going to break, that spirit I have about that. What we talked about all year, they tried all year to break me, tell me how much Hurts sucked, how he sucked, Vic Fangio sucked. Look at them all now. Yeah, dude, you enjoying that? So I just don't care. Again, this season, going to continue laughing in their faces. Let's take them to the woodshed. But let me jump over here to the comments. I'll show you the updated depth chart, but love to hear your thoughts on this, whatever's on your mind about free agency. Let's effing go. But Jay, Tiffany, Dank, let's go. You sickos. Appreciate you tuning in. And, well, it looks like they're just doing what they do every year, man. This is how you do it. You sign free agents when free agency starts, then you draft when the draft starts. I don't understand it. We do this every year. I try to help. People just ignore the facts in front of them. They can only do so much. Davis, Dotson, Green, all that stuff will be talked about there. Dotson, no. But Jordan Davis, we talked about that before. Probably get, a deal going for him. I would be perfectly fine with that rather than give him the 5th-year option. It's more intriguing to you a DT pair with JC class. Whoever the best available is will be the guy I want, and we'll talk about all that draft stuff. Bring him back. You could see that list we've looked at every day, day 17 now, and we even had those 2 tampering period days. So almost 3 weeks where I've shown you every week that it's laughable that they're going to, tell you we didn't do this, do that. And Howie doesn't have to go off of anyone else's time. Like I try to preach, patience, try to show you what we actually need rather than, oh my God, we didn't sign every top free agent at every position. Yeah, that's just not how we were going into this free agency. I make those shows for a reason. Anybody who watches them, I hope you enjoy them. I hope you enjoy being ahead of the curve and knowing that this stuff's coming. And, leaving those people out in the dark. We just we're talking about that there. I think somebody else just asked that same exact question. But your ass, we running it back. Hey, man, I'll do my best to get them on board, Jay. Draft Project Scouting Show playing to be. Well, I'm going to try Sunday. We'll see. We shall see if this gets done Sunday. I have most of it done, but I just have a few things that I want to put together for it. And then we'll just, once that train goes, I have to have all these other ones because I don't want to I only want for there to be 2 days. So 1 day in between where we have, a draft show every day where you're talking about each position. And remember, I'm not only giving you every prospect and where I think they'll go, but I talk about the top fits. And then I talk about what the Eagles have at that position. So it's 500 graphics for every single show that I make of these. So it's a lot of work for me, and I've been really, really busy at work. So just haven't had the time, but I will. Hey, man, they'll all be repeating me soon. I promise you, dude. I can only do so much with working so much. You would think with all of the other people out there that don't have jobs, all the content creators and people in the Eagles media that don't do anything, just sit there. I don't know why they don't learn how everything works. I don't know why they don't get people ready, get excited, get positive about this team. I try so hard. It obviously falls on deaf ears most years. That's okay. I've got you sickos with me, and that's all I ask for, right? It just, I can't say anything anymore about it. I don't know what else to do. I try so hard to get people on board, but this is why we do those shows, how to create castaways, stay or go, who actually matters. So when these moments come, we don't have to, oh my God, I can't believe Bill Williams got paid. I can't believe Joshua got paid. Well, I can. Oh, Darius Slay left. Yep, he sure did. I don't know, man. I thought it was all common knowledge, but hey, what do I know? My man Keith, let's effing go. Yo, dude, hope you're having a great Friday, great week. I am beat as hell. It has been such a long week for me. I am running on fumes here, but I'm excited, and I have been doing everything I can. Last night I was like falling asleep trying to put together this damn show for, draft season. We're going to begin, but I've got so many little things that I have to remember. I was like, okay, well, I like to add what the Eagles have at this, at that. It's makes your head want to explode. I can promise you that. But I know you sickos enjoy that stuff, so I'll have that stuff out hopefully Sunday. I don't know what this goal thing is that YouTube asked, but I do it sometimes. A little extra motivation maybe would make sure it's on Sunday, but I just really, it's time, man. I don't know where I find time, how I do half this stuff, but I'm going to try to find it for you. And I'm also working on that cat video because I want to have that out before I put out this draft stuff. So it's just, and if they sign somebody, then we got to do all that stuff. And look, again, I will do everything I can to keep you up to date with everything. But as I told you, look, this is going to be a crazy, crazy off season when it comes to me working. So it's going to be, on the weekends I can do stuff if I'm home. But on weekdays, I got to wait till I get home. All this, that, like tonight, and yesterday it was Chelsea's birthday, and, we're celebrating all weekend. So it's going to be hard for me because I only got to see her for a second last night. And it was just like, losing my mind. So I'm trying to keep up to date with everything. I promise you guys. And I love you. If you guys need anything, you can always reach out to me. But I'm sorry I couldn't do a Fan Friday tonight. Just really got so much to do. And I do want to, at some point, work on this draft show. So, I'm going to get a bunch of stuff done here tonight. Tomorrow, I got to go out to eat with her family in the morning. Then I go over to my buddy's house for a little shindig thing they're throwing. I really didn't even want to say yes to any of these things because I'm just like, but I got to have a life, man. Got to be out here. But look, you guys got a couple minutes. You have any final thoughts, any questions? Again, I'm sorry I have to run, but I do want to put together not only the cat video and that draft video. They won't be live, but I hope to try to get like a Sicko Sunday tomorrow night. So I don't know. I'm going to try, dude. Don't just bear with me. Bear with me. But we're going to have some fun here, man. I hope you sickos are ready for this draft stuff. You guys know how I do it, man. We'll look at every position. We'll talk about what the Eagles have, and you'll hear everybody, the Eagles need to do this. They have to do this. They got to do. No, they don't. As I told you, they literally have stocked up on everything they needed to do in free agency, getting these depth pieces and ensuring you go into this best player available. Not that you wouldn't anyway, but you're going to get the best player available. So you'll hear all of the time, everybody's going to tell you have to do this. They got to get this guy. Oh my God, they failed. They didn't trade up to number one. Just don't listen to that stuff. They could trade up. They could trade back. It all depends on how this draft is going. And I'll tell you everything I can leading up to, this next month here, but watch the live streams. We talk about this stuff. I've had a really great time these last couple of years with you guys during this draft stuff. And the live ones, they're fun. We see how the draft is playing out. We talk about it. We've been able to see all of our guys fall into us. So it's been fun. We're going to do it again this year. Cannot wait to throw it down with you guys, man. I'm looking forward to it. But let me jump over these comments, and then I'm going to have to get rolling. But again, if you guys have anything on your mind, get it in right now, and I'll try to answer it. Not trying to be short with you guys. I just really got to move here. Hey, man, look, dude, and I don't ever say that stuff to, make you feel bad. I don't want you to ever be like, oh, this guy's too busy for me. I just want you to understand. You know how dedicated I am to this. It's not like a lack of not wanting to, but the shows like the draft stuff, I have to have all of those graphics. I can't just do things. You know what I mean? I got to get this stuff in the right way, right? So, look, you guys are awesome, and I appreciate you, Brandon, bearing with me. It has been quite insane. I messed around and, outworked everybody and moved myself up the ladder. So now I just can't breathe. But dude, appreciate you, Brandon. I really do, man. That's what's up, man. Not at all, dude. Good to be excited about it. I think, for me, it's going to probably be one of my greatest memories of all time because, as the one person who sat here, I get to say, I was the one content creator, the one fan, the one media person, whatever you want to say, that literally did not jump ship. And I know some of you sickos are with me. I'm just saying, to put on these shows and to break down into detail every single week how it was going to happen and then to watch it happen. That's going to be one of my favorite memories forever. So, yeah, man. And I know a lot of you guys like that stuff. Me, nailing the stuff on the head with, how the team works and how everything works. I know a lot of you guys like the free agency stuff. I know a bunch of you sickos like the draft stuff. A bunch of you guys like the cap. Whatever it is, man, I'm always here for you. You have any questions on that stuff, I'm always doing my best to keep you up to date with all that information. You can always go back to the YouTube. I put things into playlists. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but on the playlist tab there on YouTube, you can go find all the roster moves. You can see all the show me the money stuff. And I have it broken down into years too. So you're not just going to be watching, cap stuff from last year or draft stuff from last year. I do my best to try to organize it for you guys so you have a place to go. And thank you, Tiffany, for that birthday shout out. But look, it's life happens, so I've been a little busy, but I promise you, I'm going to keep putting that stuff out. Gonna be mad at the people that want to steal you. Well, those people, a lot of people have flourished, stealing my content. You see all those people getting the jobs, a lot of people just getting all these player interviews and stuff. And they did a great job, because once they started stealing all my content and ideas, then they made sure to get rid of my Twitter account, which had over like 6,000 followers there. So that ensured, you could just steal my content with ease. Nobody would stick up for me. Everyone could just take my content, and that was that. And we've all seen, these people now are cap experts. Everybody knows this. Everybody gets interviews with people. And hey, I'm happy that my, ideas and my hard work has gotten these people places. But I would like myself to get somewhere too. You're welcome. But, I've done a lot of great work for those guys, making them look like geniuses out there. But I also like to toy with them. And, we find out like last year, put them all to the test. Let's see if anybody can do this, cap hits for the rookies before they're even drafted. Yeah, no one did. And you saw, each time I put it to the test last year, I wanted to find out, are there really experts out here? Or are they just watching my show? So, of course, as soon as I make a show about it, then everyone knows. So, not to toot my own horn, but it's insane to me that I've literally done so much work for so many years and people get to thrive off of my content. And look, I understand I don't have all the bells and whistles. I don't bitch like a little bitch. I don't, make shit up. I don't post nonstop misinformation every day. And I know that's what people love, but I'm not going to do that, dude. I'm a sicko. And I know you sickos enjoy that. So that's who this show is for. And I get it. People hate this stuff. They hate that I'm right all the time. I get it. It drives you mad. You hate the Eagles. You blame everything in your life on the Eagles. No doubt, dude. That's not me. I love my birds. I bleed green, baby. I promise you that. So, hey, it is what it is. Let people be upset. I'm in that mode where I just watch everything I can, enjoy every clip, laugh my ass off when I hear things that people said last year. People, I don't know. Some of you guys like go back to, I don't know what maybe you're looking for something like me going against the Eagles, which you'll not find, but you like some of my stuff from months, years ago. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like you remind me half the time of what's going on. So I'm all about it, dude. I'm all about reliving that last year, body bagging everyone, taking the entire planet Earth to the woodshed. That was one of my favorite memories. I'm not going to lie to you. And my bank account also enjoyed that. Nobody wanted to believe me that we were going to beat the shit out of the Chiefs, but they didn't believe me all year. Now you see it, don't you? Don't you? Yeah, that'd be great if somebody wanted to. And look, I do it for you guys, and I'm really appreciative that you guys take all the time to watch these videos. I know you're sickos. I know you want to see this stuff. You want to just inject it into my veins. That's how I feel about it. Every damn day I want to know everything about the Eagles, and that's what this show's about. So if you're a sicko, you're in the right place. But that is all I've got for you here tonight. Do apologize again. No Fan Friday. Still wanted to do a little twist with a live video. I did want to show you this updated depth chart just so you can see, Matt Pryor, Kenyon Green, those guys are going to push for that starting spot. Kendall Lamb is brought in now. So the offensive line, you've got some depth. Now you can go into the draft. There's somebody you really like at 32, take them. You can move up a couple, move back a couple, whatever it is. They know what they're doing. Maybe you wait till the second round, third round, fourth round, whatever they want to do. Again, it's best player available. But you see the offense. Nothing's really changed other than Matt Pryor there. We've talked about all this stuff. You see the defense, how I feel about it. If you have any questions, you can go back, check out my recap where I talked about every single move. And look, I'm always down to talk about whatever move. I'm just saying I don't want to bore you by saying the same exact things over and over again. You guys know my thoughts on this roster. I'm going to continue laughing in the face of everyone who doubts this team. And one last time, you got cap space, just in case you were wondering, and you got draft picks. So keep sleeping on the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. They know what they're doing, I promise you, more than Dick and Harry from old down west. I don't know how people listen to people that don't know what they're talking about, but more power to ya. But I love you guys. I love you sickos. That's what I do this show for, because I'd be lost without you. I can't do it anymore. The negativity, the stupidity from all of these other content creators, all the ones that turned their back on the Eagles last year and have to live with that again. You remember the first time we won the Super Bowl, 95% of our fan base was against us. So again, last year, most of our fan base was against us and just refused. But hey, man, that's okay. I had you sickos with me. So let's block out all those negative Nancys, all the morons. Get excited here. This team's going back to back. They're building the dynasty that we've talked about for years now. Just watch it unfold and watch them all fold. So all I've got for you, if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, share this bad boy, subscribe. Appreciate you tuning in, little G. Hope all is well. Hope you enjoyed your birthday. Hope you guys all have a great weekend. Hope you enjoy the content that will be coming your way. If you missed anything, you go check those bad boys out. Love to hear your thoughts on all this stuff. It's almost draft season, baby. So, look, we did not reach the goal here today. So I don't know. I'm going to try to get draft season started this weekend. I don't want to lose all my time with my family, though. So we'll see how things pan out. The cat video will come your way. We'll see if I can do a live one. We'll get draft season started as soon as I possibly can. I promise you. But thank you all for the support. Thank you for taking the time. If you're watching this later, you can always comment down below. I'm always down to talk some birds. If you guys need anything, it does not have to be about the birds. You got something going on in life, I am always here for you guys, as you are for me. But that's all I've got for you here tonight. So thank you for tuning in. Have yourselves a great rest of your night. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!